Ian Preston, why did you go fully self-employed with your valuers? Talk to me.
So we started a pilot in November of 2022 where we took our peripheral areas and we created the opportunity for an associate program. And basically that associate program, we said, we will give you a minimum guarantee of income every month. So we'll pay you for the next 9 months at what you were earning net. We will give you...
What bonuses as well?
Yes.
Take-home pay?
Yeah, so exactly. It was effectively locking in their take-home pay for 9 months, even though they're self-employed. We would provide them with stock. We handle all their leads for them. We do prospecting for them, and we would.
Oh, that's a bit different.
Yeah. So it's a really service model, if that makes sense. You get a lot from us. We pay for all the right move marketing, pay for the professional photography. Everything's paid for, and all you have to do is top up your valuations and list the houses and sell the houses. And then we partnered with ASAP where they can then do the sales progression for you. So we've chunked the roll down effectively from listing to sale agreed, and that's it.
So you're outsourcing the sales chasing,
Yep.
which, if you don't mind me saying, I am a massive fan of ASAP. Others are available, who are actually really, really good.
Yep.
Yeah, really good. Richard Megson, top bloke, actually. So you've sorted that bit out.
Yep.
Okay. You've got rid of the hurdle of valuers and that magic, that parachute payment.
Yep.
And you're business generating them.
Yes. Yeah, I think our proposition from that point of view is unique. Effectively, we want to make this a really low barrier to entry for people to engage. And the model which we put together is we are a premium fee agent. So we charge more than our competitors. So what we've done is we've locked in a fee scale where the associates can discount if they want, but their percentage goes down if they discount. Okay.
By more than what they, what's the split with the fee?
So anywhere between 60 and 40%.
They get to keep 60 to 40.
Yes, depending on what fee they charge.
So therefore, the higher the fee, the bigger the percent.
That's right.
So if they have to go from, I'm just using my figures, 1.5 to 1, not only are they getting less fee, but they're getting less of that fee.
That's right. So our discounting level when we were employed was 16%. So from whatever we were quoting, 16% was the average. This year it's 4%. So our fees have gone up as we've gone self-employed because we've stacked the incentives for them to go out and charge a premium fee. And
but what was the motivation? You could have surely if there were damn good valuers, and I know you're into training and
sure.
Why have you gone down the self-employed route?
Well, first
what's
of all,
in it for you?
Well, first of all, we trialed it. So what's in it for us? It gives us variability of cost base. Like, putting it absolutely bluntly, that's what's in it for the agency operator. But what's in it for the individual is getting a premium fee agency. So basically what happens when people go self-employed is they generally race to the bottom, they panic on fees and they start dropping their pants. Yeah. Whether it's a purple bricks and a Yopa model, it's built in, or whether it's another model, they might lower their fee rates. So what we've done is we've tried to bake in a premium fee agency because the only thing that associate has is their own time. And we believe that someone can handle delivering a premium service to about 1.5 listings per week. That's it. Once you get above those numbers, the wheels fall off. So on 1.5 listings per week, our guys can earn north of £85,000 of profit per annum. Now, if you think about that, in the north, how much do negotiators earn? 30 grand, 35? If that. Okay? So at our agency, that's what they were earning. I don't think that's enough to attract high quality people who are not estate agents today to come into our industry. And if we want to raise standards in the industry, we have to have a model where people can earn more money.
So therefore, your valuers are now the valuer and neg together?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't have such a thing as a neg?
No, so we have two models. One is where you do it on your own, which we call a lone wolf, or we have two where we call it double bubble. And so sometimes we've had a valuer and a negotiator pair up together, take two patches and share the commission split, if that makes sense. So we've got
So you've got one doing the job they're paid to do, which is negotiate.
Yes.
God forbid.
Yeah.
Okay, and not just viewing arranger. Would they even outsource their viewings?
Yeah, possibly if they want to. That's up to them. In general, we haven't seen that happen so far. They'd be more inclined to outsource sales progression at the end.
Was there any agents that took the mickey out of the 9 months guarantee?
No, so the last agents are coming to the end of the 9 months now. So we started off with 6, we've now got 18. 100% of our employed staff have volunteered to go onto the self-employed scheme. So we've had no redundancies as a consequence of moving from employed to self-employed. And I think what that speaks to, and it won't work out for everyone, just to be crystal clear, it won't, because it takes a certain resilience and mindset to be able to keep going even when the going's tough.
How have you trained or developed your team with that mindset? Because I see it all the time. They walk out of the door of XYZ corporate estate agent and your mindset doesn't change on a Monday.
Yeah.
How have you helped them through that? I know you've helped them financially.
Sure. So every week we run a weekly team meeting. We've split it now into 2 team meetings. So myself and Mark run a weekly meeting on alternate weeks. During that, we do mindset training. So it might be some of the principles which Pete Wilkinson uses, the 135, which is effectively the world's best one-page action plan. We have a weekly mentoring call. So I mentor 2 of them personally, and then another senior leader will mentor them. So there's a weekly call. And so I think a lot of the other associate models out there are very divorced from the structures that people might have been used to when they were employed.
Do you think it's almost like they're out of the fire into the frying pan?
Totally. And it's
all the way around, you know what I mean?
And they'll just crash. So our job is to make everyone, or give them the opportunity to be as successful as possible.
A lot of bosses fear, being taken advantage of, and they're not in control. They hate letting go. How have you squared that circle?
Well, it's certainly been a mindset shift for us as a business. At the end of the day, the incentives are completely aligned. Yeah, our incentives and their incentives. Success for us is success for them. If they fail, we fail.
Are you not afraid that they'll go and bugger off and set up their own estate agency?
No, I mean, if they do, they do. That's just part of the gig. So, funnily enough, as it happens, this weekend, one of my associates has just been offered the opportunity to take on a full estate agency in York. And I spoke with him on Friday night. He's the first one out of the 18 who's decided that it isn't going to work for him. So 17 out of 18 success, way beyond what I thought we'd get. And I counted back when I spoke with him on Friday evening. And I've had 6 different people who've gone on to set up their own estate agents now, having worked for me. And I don't see that as a negative. I see that as a great big shining positive as to the business people that we can go and create. So for some people who are associates, but we're putting in structures whereby they can become team leaders, they can build their own team. So that's a way that they can grow in the associate model, so they don't always have to be on the tools. But equally, there'll be other people who, subject to the restrictive covenants and all the other stuff you'd expect to be there, can go on and do their own thing afterwards. Both of that, we talked about our strategy of high skill, high tech. So if you want to have high skill people, then some of them are going to want to go on and do what I've done. That doesn't diminish what we do, I don't think. I think there's plenty of business for all of us.
Any bosses watching this, do you think some of them would actually see this as an opportunity just to save costs? And I mean, I have seen that, and they've fallen flat on their face.
I mean, if you commit to it, you've got to go for it, and you're actually betting the farm on this.
Because not only do you have to, your associates have to have a mindset change, you do. So let's be honest, there's loads of bloody videos out there from the EXPs and Kellers about how to be an associate and mindset. I mean, God dear, keep going on, don't they? Here we go. Which is, my apologies, they're very, very important and they should. But there's not many videos about bosses. In hindsight, is there anything that you would do differently?
It's a great question. The thing is, we've taken this one step at a time. So I didn't suddenly make the whole business self-employed on day one. We did 6 people out of 30, 35 people. So that's the first step, is that we saw how it operated. I'll tell you the thing which surprised me the most, is that these guys and girls, some of whom have been slightly resistant to ideas, resistant to change previously, they went self-employed. They're like sponges. And also they were firing off these wonderful ideas in these weekly meetings that we had. So yeah, I think it has invoked a mindset change in me, which is actually about trust. And the reality is that some people will take the piss and some people will take you for a ride. That is just the way it is. You cut them loose nice and early. But most people, given the space to grow, like given the opportunity to achieve, like for example, we've got people who in their first month have banked 10 grand. Like, that's amazing.
It's life-changing.
It's great, isn't it? You know, and this is in the north. So I don't know. For me personally, I think, yeah, we're going to have some people who take the piss. Yeah, we're going to have some people who don't work out. But if I can get 80% of people to have a lifestyle change where they can pick their kids up when they want to, they can drop them off when they want to, and they can walk away with north of 100 grand a year, then I will consider it a massive success.
And it's more successful for you as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit more successful for us, but if I'm honest with you, it's a better way to run our business. It's you know, with the other things that we're doing now, the land promotion business, all the other stuff which we've got, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for simplification. That's the key from my point of view. And in terms of what do I get out of it? Yes, you know, we bake in a certain percentage of profitability, which is much more certain than it was. That's true. However, if hypothetically all of our associates stop producing, yes, that might, you know, save us a bit of money in the short term. But if they all walk because they're not enjoying success, we're goosed. So, you know, we need them to be successful. That's really important.
Thank you for your time today, Ian.
Pleasure.